I made $0 this month hosting on Airbnb, and here is why. Hi guys, my name is Fenenia Yich and I'm an Airbnb host based here in Kampala. And in today's video, I'm basically going to share with you how I made $0 this month, the challenges I have faced. We could also take a look at possible factors as to why this has happened, lesson learned, and things I plan to do differently, maybe to boost my bookings. And I'll share with you some tips and some mistakes I've made so that you as a host should not do the same. So first off, I've been hosting on Airbnb for about 10 months now, and everything has been smooth until last month. And by the way, I'm a super host. Anyway, until last month. And what exactly happened? There are two things that I think has led to this. The first thing is, like, generally last month, this month, there has literally been no bookings. I don't know if it's just me or anyone else is experiencing that. April and May. Except in April, I got some bookings, but then they were just direct bookings, not through Airbnb. And it was just like for a few days, maybe 3 days. And then here is May. There's literally no single reservation. Please, if you're a host, tell me what's going on during this month to you, especially if you're here in Kampala. I'm curious. I want to know how it's going on your end. So I'm really a great person of data. So I had to do some research. I pull out some data, looking at analytics, all that thing. So apparently it's general. From my conclusion, at least, I can see there is a drop in the number of bookings in the entire city for up to like 11%. So that's a huge drop. And I think that every host is experiencing that, at least in my area. That is my prediction. Now, what are some of the lessons I've learned? Always be prepared for these circumstances that come in, because you can't guarantee how long this is going to last for. So when you're in that peak months, be sure that you save enough. Keep enough that could carry you on to the next, especially in terms of expenses, if you have expenses. And then I also have had to be a victim of fraud. Like, guests came, stayed, and they left the place without paying. That has happened to me, and that is a story for another time. But I think that also affected me so much. If you want to know the story, let me know. I'll be so glad to tell you how all this happened. So here is some of the strategies. It is very important to have direct bookings. Be in touch with your guests. Always check on them, the previous guests, because that is a very big savior. I've seen like returning guests are one of the people you can rely on during this time. Yes, I did. I did write some messages to previous guests asking them if they would need accommodation, if they would have to refer. But from those messages, I managed to get some people to come, but then I realized that also the economy is bad on the customer's side. So that's something that is generally understandable. The economy is generally just bad, because I had people would come over just for weekend, and now they can't do that anymore because they are now trying to cut on costs, So that probably also could be another reason. So here is my humble advice to fellow hosts who are facing the same issue. Hang in there and let's see how all this goes. And explore other marketing strategies. Use social media, use direct bookings, use Google My Business. Like, figure out all those other platforms or options where people could possibly find you, most especially social media. Also, I really rely on data. So be sure that you're monitoring the data. For example, my property is listed both on Booking and on Airbnb. So Booking.com has that option for performance, where you can see how the entire city or area is performing in terms of the number of people coming in terms of the number of bookings coming in. But that now is specific to the platform, Booking.com. So you can use that data to help you make the next decision on how you could possibly improve your bookings, or don't fall for that, so you're prepared for the next rough season, basically. So guys, I want to know, how is it going? This is April, May 2024. Tell me how your Airbnb business is doing so that we can cry together. Thank you. See you.